Now, guys, you see, I'm doing this video specifically and directly to the Oba of Benin. And you see, what I'm about to say now, I know for a fact there are some gullible, daft, foolish Benin people who will not find reasons or who will not think deep over what I'm about to say now. And you see, what I'm about to say is in line with the clown, the moron, and the illiterate whom happened to be the governor of Edo State named Monday Okpebholo. I believe that is a stupid name anyway. Now you see, during election season, a whole lot of politicians, whenever they visit Edo State, they usually do visit the Oba's palace. And I believe the reason is because why? The Oba of Benin is a very, influential person in Benin or in Edo State. That is why politicians always do visit him or visit his palace to see him. Now, coming down to Edo State, whenever their governorship election is about to take place, maybe during the campaign of governorship in Edo State, all the governorship candidates from their various political parties always do visit this same Oba of Benin. Just like I say, maybe because the Oba of Benin is influential. That is why the politicians always do visit him. Many dignitaries always do visit him during election season. Now, whenever these governorship, candidates in Edo State, during the Edo State governorship election, do visit this Oba of Benin. Now, my question here is this. Why is it that when the APC as a political party in Edo State came up with Monday Okpebholo, knowing for a fact that Monday Okpebholo is an illiterate, he's a clown, he's a dummy. Like, he's nothing but like a fool. Let me use the word a fool. As a matter of fact, Monday Okpebholo should be a tricycle, rider, keke driver. That is who Monday Okpebholo should be. He shouldn't be seen in any political position. Not to talk of that high level of a governor. No. Now, all these governorship candidates always do visit the Oba of Benin. Now, is the Oba of Benin trying to let people know that he did not see the mistakes and errors, knowing fully well that Monday Okpebholo, the current governor of Edo State, should not be the right person to govern Edo State? Is that what Oba of Benin want me to believe? Except if the Oba of Benin is partisan, which looking at him, you can tell for a fact that yes, Oba of Benin is partisan. He's an APC member. That is the only reason whereby a so-called Oba of Benin, a king, who claimed that he's well-read, he's well-knowledge, he's intelligent, he's a king, he's a ruler, will watch an illiterate who is not qualified to hold any political positions, to hold that high-ranking position of being a governor of a state like Edo State. Isn't that a shame? Isn't that a disgrace to the Oba of Benin? Look at how the so-called governor, Monday Okpebholo, is busy disgracing himself, himself everywhere. The so-called cultists in Edo State are busy unaliving themselves, buying themselves. The governor cannot do anything. The so-called Oba of Benin cannot do anything. I know some of you gullible daft fools who are submissive to the Oba of Benin will come out here to type your nonsense, saying that how is that the fault of the Oba of Benin? It should be the fault of the governor. See, let me tell you something. You see, you people cannot cajole me to believe that Oba of Benin don't have a role to play when it comes to security, in Edo State. So when the so-called governor of Edo State named Monday Okpebholo, the illiterate named Monday Okpebholo, is there as a governor, cultists are busy doing their nonsense. They're unaliving themselves, buying themselves in the name of court fracas. The Fulani terrorists are busy doing their own too. But the useless governor of Edo State can hurriedly go to Kano State to kneel down to apologize to what happened in Uromi. And you're telling me, like you Edo State people, you are telling me that you have a governor and you have a king. Whereas when these people visited, when this governorship candidate visited, before the Edo State governorship election, before the election, this governorship candidate visited the Oba of Benin. So the Oba of Benin want to tell me that he cannot scrutinize all of them, even to tell his party, which is APC, that this dude, this clown, this illiterate named Okpebholo is not fit to be a governorship aspirant in Edo State before the election in Edo State. But like I said, Edo State, the Oba of Benin is partisan. He's an APC member. Anywhere Bele face, all he cares about is the money from federal. He doesn't give a damn about whatever thing that goes on in Edo State. But he claims he's a king. Oba of Benin, you claim you're a king. What makes you a king? If you cannot be able to speak truth to power, if you cannot be able to tell the so-called governor you have there, the literate they have there under the platform of APC, named Okpebholo, that look, this thing that is going on in the state should not happen. But he can't say anything. Because why? He's part and parcel of the corrupt system in Nigeria. He's the king of corruption in Edo State. That is just the truth. Like I said, I know some of you gullible daft, Edo State people, like those of you who are submissive, who have bought liquors to your Oba of Benin, will come after me and be flapping your guns. But look, let me see, what I'm saying now is nothing but the gospel truth. Your Oba of Benin is there when the so-called governorship candidate came to his palace, so he couldn't scrutinize them to be able to point out, the faulty side of each and every one of them. That today you have Mondo Okpebholo as a governor of Edo State, an illiterate, a dummy, someone who will come out openly to threaten who? Peter Obi. You see, honestly, you see, the people of Edo State, like I always do say, I know for a fact that you Edo State people, you are well read. Like when it comes to intelligence, like you are intelligent, you are smart. Just also for a fact that you have some gullible daft Edo people who are not smart, who are daft. Just like you can see Tony Kabak, I believe that's what people call him. Just like you can see many of them busy fooling themselves in the name of politics, looking for their, political rival or political opponent to attack. Just because why? They are benefiting from the same corrupt system which the Oba of Benin is benefiting from. I said it before the governorship election in Edo State that if you, the Edo people, made the mistake of voting for that clown, that illiterate, that dummy, whom is, school results is all filled with failure. He failed in every of his school results, like he failed. I said when you vote such a person to be your governor, that will drag you Edo State people. Yes, I said it. But look at today, someone who went to the Senate to submit his budget, but he couldn't even pronounce the figures of the budget. He presented it to the Senate. He was busy flapping, making mistakes. Just same way Peter Obi donated 15 million to a nursing school in Edo State, but he found it very difficult to pronounce that 15 million. He was busy making mistakes. 15 million several times. And you Edo State people are proud of such a person as a governor. You Edo State people are proud of such a person as a governor. The truth here is this. The governor himself, which is Mondo Okpebholo, the illiterate, is a shameless thing. Be it animal or human being. That also goes to the, Oba of Benin. Yes. Oba of Benin is a disgrace to that kingship, to that thing called king. Yes. So as for you, the bought lickers and slaves to the Oba of Benin, you people can come under my video comment section here to flap your guns, but the truth remains the truth. I've said the truth. And I'm called the bitter truth. You people need to deal with this fact that I've just said now.